the plane, it's on time. Sun is shining, it's bright. Breezy skies, cool and calm. Take a trip, it's not long. Oh, the vibe so mellow. Airwaves sing like cello. Sandy beaches we fly. Coastal airways, oh my. Take me high, smooth as sea. Coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near. Feel the love in the air. Palms are swaying, blue sky. Wonders found while we fly. Oceans calling my name. Life is more than a game. Soaring high, wings of steel. Under stars, it's surreal. Dreams are real in the sky. Coastal airways fly by. Reggae beats in my ears. Miles away, no more fears. Lay back, count all the stars. Flying free, no more bars. Take me high, smooth as sea. Coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near. Feel the love in the air. Take me high, smooth as sea. Coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near. Feel the love in the air. Palms are swaying, blue sky. Wonders found while we fly. Oceans calling my name.
All right. Hello? Is this thing on? Look at this big ol' airplane taxiing over here on St. Martin. Welcome aboard, folks, to the FSBN channel on a rare... What day is this? Is this Tuesday? No, we're on a rare Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is. I hope you had a great week. We're going to watch this beautiful airplane. I think it looks like a 787. Ah, good stuff. It looks like a 787. And taken off out of hold on, taken off out of where are we? St. Martin. We're gonna watch him take off. We're gonna get blasted. That's gonna be. I think we're further enough away from the beach. We're still gonna get it. Yeah, we're still gonna get it. He's probably looking at us, going, "What in the heck is that thing?" That's what he's looking at. Guaranteed. What's going on, Ja? What's up, Steve? How are you? And we got Steve. Pops is in the house. And let me see if I can get this, share this link really quick. And we can get this flight on the way. Look at that. I just want to watch this takeoff really quick. Look at that. Look at this thing. You guys see this? Let's just watch this take off. We're here in the Caribbean. We're on island time. There's no... I can't believe he's taking off that direction. On an airplane like that, he should be taking off the other direction. He'd be weight restricted like crazy going in this direction. Nate, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing? Welcome aboard. I've got to find this link here. Hold on. Let me find the link, guys. Hang on. I got to send this to one person before. There it goes. There it goes. I hear it. Engines are revving up. Hold on. So I found out a couple cool things on this. That if you... Dang it. yeah, hold on. I wanted to see if I can't get this this link. There he goes. He's gonzo. Yeah, I hear that. There he goes. Look at that thing. Boom. That dude is weight restricted. Look at that. He's going to roll the aircraft hard to the right. That's a cool takeoff. Doubt he really, in real life, they would have went that way. They probably would have went the opposite direction, only 11 knots. So there he goes, rolling hard right. Okay, no factor for us. I do have to get this link here, guys. I'm trying to figure out where to get it from. Oi! I'll just, you know what? I'll just do this. Sorry. All right, guys. Here we are. We have, if you can notice, this boat is rocking a little bit more than usual. It's because the swells are up. The wind was up. It was about pushing about 17. Now it's about 11. But the swells are pushing about 4.5 feet on the swells. So you can see the boat's rocking a little bit much more than usual. The winds are at 050 at 11 knots. We're going to go a very fast flight. We're going right over to a little island called St. Barts, which is just basically a little east and south, so southeast to here. The total flight time is 10 minutes. We're talking wicked fast. We're really going to take off, fly a heading. I won't even have the GPS. I mean, we won't even look at anything. We're just going to go point the airplane to the south east and to the next island, and then that'll be St. Barts. I will shoot the approach. Let's see if we can land this airplane in St. Barts. I don't think we're hang on, I'm getting the text. Okay, let's do it. I hope you had a good week. This is the we're on the hatch of the airplane here. Let me get to your comments now. The text is over. If this boat's a rockin', that's exactly right. Good. All right, folks. So, cool thing. Last week, if you watched the stream, that 4.5 hours, whatever, we had an issue with the landing. I mean, I cratered the bow just in the water. It wasn't good. And the developer of this actual airplane reached out to me. He's in the comments and he said, "Hey, I know what you're doing." And I was cutting the power, and he was right. I was probably chopping a little bit of too much power. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another landing at St. Barts. We're going to try to land the airplane. I'm going to show you the approach, at least. You guys don't really seriously think I'm going to land in St. Barts. You're out of your mind. We'll do the approach. I'll show the approach in. We'll just do a go around and then come back around. I gotta show you like what we're going to do here. All right, first thing I want to do is get the engines started. At least one of them. We're going to keep the fuel in just like we had last time. I did find the compass on the airplane. The compass is right here. Looks like a DG, but it's not. It's actually a compass, which is very interesting. So that was cool. I liked it. All right, you guys ready to rock and roll? Let's do this. Let's get this thing going. My seat's up. All right, battery switch is coming on. We'll throw that bat on. Good. And fuel quantity gauges. Check everything here. Fuel quantity is, again, a little bit on the, we're doing about 400, we got about 400 gallons total. So the fuel quantity is, you know, let's see if you can see it. Your fuel temps there. Fuel quantity about half, and that's about right. We got no fuel in the drop tanks or in the floats. We just got the two mains, and we're not going to be able to refuel at St. Barts, so we need enough gas to get there, maybe back here or Dominica before, unless we take off here, land here, get gas, and then go. But I don't think we want to do that. I think we're fine. All right, generator switches are off. Just make sure they are. Bam, bam, they are. Oil coolers, we're going to come full open now. About 5 seconds. There we go. And by the way, you guys, in the chat, we want to know what you guys want to be called. You know, our coastal pilots or coastal crew. I don't know. I want to hear what you want. We have a little contest on what you want to name yourselves. Maybe Steve, you could elaborate on that a little bit. On what the thought process is. With that, avionics masters on, left and right fuel pump switches. We're going to go ahead and throw those on. 1, 2. Let's get that puppy on the roll. Mixtures are cut off. They are all the way back. Throttle gust lock is disengaged. Throttles are idle. They are back. They are in the idle position. Magnetos, they should be in the off position. They are. It's where we left them. Left and right fuel selectors are on mains. Both of them are on main tank. Superchargers on the low. All right, max RPM. We're going to go ahead and do that right now. So reach over there. Looks like we're on max. You could see the lights up, but I want to make sure we can just hit the decrease. That light should went off. Okay, then we're going to go increase really quick, and that light should go on, which means we're at full max RPM. Flaps are up. They are. Hydraulic pump, hand pump selector is stowed. Parking brake doesn't really matter here. We got the anchor on, and our beacon light's coming on right now. So beacon light's coming on. There we go. Engine master. I'll throw that on. Magnetos are coming. 1, 2 to both. 1. Master's right there. That's good. But I'm going to throw the mags to both. Good. Mixtures coming full rich. Number 1. Primer. We're going to hold 5 seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,005. There's 5 seconds. And we're going to start it. Come on, baby. Kick over. Nice. I got the hatch open. We're going to keep that open just a minute. I'm going to open this window. It's about 81 degrees, so you know it's hot in here. Good stuff. That's going to hopefully start spinning the airplane. I do want to, we really need to keep it just to the lowest position we can on throttle 1 without going into reverse. So nice and almost like 0 pitch. That's putting it into reverse, so dang it. I tried. All right. We're going to go ahead and get the other switch on. We're looking at the instruments. Engine instruments look good there. And they look good there. All right. Right engine magnetos are good. Full rich coming on here. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect everything. Let's go in the bow hatch. We'll replace... we'll throw the mooring line off and all that stuff. That's down here. So we're going to walk down into the bow. Go up, throw the mooring line out, and then we'll be good to go. So let me go ahead and do that. It's really hard. You probably need 2 people to do that, you know, with this. So what I'm going to do is throw the mooring line off. Oh, the anchor is off. Good. All right, let's go ahead and close the nose hatch. Right there. Nose compartment doors down here. Let's give that a close. All right, just throw this off. All right, that's closed. And then, of course, we're going to get our hatch done. You see how the airplane's starting to... I do want to move it out of there. I'm going to go ahead and start number 2. The wind should be pushing us away from the beach, so... Let's see if we can go. A little bit of reverse thrust there. Kind of get us moving back. All right, I'm going to start number 2, 2 to prime.
On runway 10. Flaps. Flaps.
All right, we got a good lay here. Hang on. Throw that on. Not that that matters right now. All right, let's see if we can't get this thing to crank over.
On runway 10. Flaps.
All right, we're doing a little bit of power back. We're a boat now, remember? So we're acting like a boat. It's going to want to shift into the wind.
10.
She wants to list in the wind like that, so you know what? Let's not fight it. Let's go this way. We'll put number 1 in reverse, number 2 out. Try to get that yaw moment going. It's going to have to turn us out of the wind here, and we'll close that cockpit latch now. Don't come in. Don't go in there. Got to use a lot of power to get that nose over, you guys, because that wind is pushing hard on that side. And that's the thing about a boat. Once you are, you know, you don't have a lot of authority. Once you get the engines lit, you're going. There is no, oh, give me a second. You know, you're moving on the water. So you got to kind of make it. We got to kind of make it good to go. We're going to go ahead and do a downwind taxi. There's a lot of boat traffic today, so we got to be careful here. I want to go out to some deeper water. I don't know if you guys can see. All right, let's go and straighten it out. I want to kind of get through this yacht. I'll do the rest of my taxi. Whew. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to be pretty busy right now on the water. Wow, let's not hit this yacht. Get out of here. All right, I gotta mess my radios here a minute. I do want to start hydro. You know, it's called. I want to get on the step. If I could taxi on the step, that'll be really good for us. So it's going to give us a little more authority, a little more control. But I just kind of want to get out of this area, this bay area, a little bit, get some open ocean, so we can get out of here. And I'll run the rest of my checklist while we're on the move. Okay, cabin doors are closed. There we go. We're going to miss them. That's good. Left, right fuel pumps. We're actually going to leave them on just because we're going to be taxiing. The marine is over there on the to our left, but we're doing good. We're on a downwind, so that's nice. Fun. All right. Elevator trim should be neutral. Slightly nose up. There we go. I'm watching for crafts right now. Let me throw on my lights. Beacons on. Nav lights on. Strobe lights are coming on. I'll leave those up for now. You can see all this boat traffic as we're not even close to being on the step yet. I'm just turning the airplane a little bit. We don't want to take off in this. This is a crosswind. Makes it really hard to control the airplane. But so this is a crosswind taxi. And a lot of right rudder. I mean, a lot of number 1 thrust to keep us on center line there. Okay, that's good. I do want to kind of get out to open ocean if we can. I mean, we're protected. When I say open ocean, I just mean kind of the Bay Area here. This is probably a good spot to take off to. You don't want to take off this way into the hotels. So we could take off on a crosswind like this. It's fine. I mean, you could kind of see, if we had to, we could, but the wind's coming in from this direction. So right now we'd be in a crosswind. So, and that's okay. You don't want to get, I want to get too far out to the ocean. All right, let's see this. Cabin doors closed, lights are good, rudder's on, trim, it's good, lights on, transponder. Let's go throw that on. I need a little bit more push. The airplane wants to weather vane hard into the wind. All right, good. Transponder coming on. Transponder here. We're gonna go on. Can't wait to get a G1000. Wink, wink. Buddy's Nate's building them. He'll be selling those to all of us soon. I don't know how soon it is, but he's working on it. I know that. All right, here we go. Left and right fuel pump switches are on. Pitot heat, we don't need it. Prop de-ice switch is off. Flight controls. That's good. That's good. All right, don't you dare push me in there. Look at that wind. That wind just wants to pull us. We're going to have to go. Transponder's good to go. Engine instruments. They are looking good, folks. All right. You guys ready to go? We'll go rotate at 80 knots. We'll go flap 15. We'll go ahead and throw that in there now. All right. I got my window coming close. We'll yell in the back. Hey, you guys make sure your seats are good. Chris says, hey, Jason, are you doing some of that pilot stuff? Yes, I am. Oh, and by the way, I know Pops is watching. You guys, I don't know if you saw, we're going to do let me just take off really quick. We're doing, let me get the frequency before I decide to just blast off here. Let me get the frequency out right. I looked at last year I did an air show in the F-14 Tomcat. And I got to tell you, I watched it yesterday. I watched the air show and I went, oh man, we got to fly that airplane. We got to get in that F-14 soon, folks. There's just something about that plane I really like. 'Cause we're going to be protected in here. I'm not going to try to take off toward the mountains. I'm going to keep it on this crosswind. Let me just get a frequency here. And that's going to be 118.7. I'll let the airplane weather vane. 118.7. Let me flip it. Sorry. 118.7. There we go. 118.7. We'll flip it over. I don't see anybody coming in. We're a nice protected bay here. You can see the airplane. It's probably going to want to point to 050, and that would be a bad thing because I got a boat right there. So I do want to do a little bit of a crosswind so we can kind of get out to open ocean here. But we're pretty much weather vaned right into the wind. All right, you guys, you ready to go? Let me see. I'm going to call them up and don't want to do that. But I do want to do this just to make sure my audio settings are good, and then we're going to get out of here. Microphone is going to be there, and then the output is going to be right there. Click apply, click OK. St. Martin traffic, November 106 Zulu, water takeoff to the south of St. Martin. All right, let's go. I see the island right there, St. Barts. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it right now. I mean, I could see it off the bow. That's St. Bart's where we're going. All right, I got a little vessel there. I got a sailboat. We're going to put the bow right onto the sailboat. All right, ain't getting that. And what I'm going to do is put a little more input in the left engine than the right. We're going to come up just a little bit. We're getting on the step. All right, now I'm going to hold that back.
Caution. On taxiway. On taxiway.
So what I'm doing now is pushing it up. There we go. I'm on the step. She's airborne. Nice and easy right there. Let it go. Like that. We're clear of the sailboats. We're accelerating. All right, let's get a good climb. Whoa, where did that destroyer come from? All right, nice. I'll square it up. About 54, that's all right. Okay, looking good. Flaps coming up. All right, you guys. You see that island straight ahead? That is St. Barts. That's where we're going. We're passing... this is Coal Bay. I'm not going to climb very high, by the way. Maybe 1,000 feet. Maybe. We want to climb about 120 in here. Look at these roads. That is super cool. I love it. You're almost there, just floating. Yep. Yeah, so the F-14 would be really, really fun. Look at this place, man. That's cool. By the way, I just installed... I'm going to go ahead and level off right now. I just installed the... I'm going to keep the RPMs just... I'm not really much going to do much. Maybe about 2,500, and then I'll stop it. About right there. And the reason why is St. Barts is right off the nose, right off the bow of the airplane. That's St. Barts. So nice little, by the way, you can see, all right, take a look out the window. You see that right there? I just installed marinas. I got an add-on for this called marinas, and it has all the marinas now into the modeled. So if there's a marina, we can now dock on a dock, which is cool, right? Because before we didn't have the chance to do that. So that's it. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up for a St. Barts approach. Same thing. We're just going to keep the pumps on. We don't need anything going here. Look at our fuel status. I just need to make sure we have enough fuel to get to where we need to go, you know, from here. And that's probably going to be, we'll see if we, Dominica, I don't know if we can do Dominica. We definitely can't land here. I'm going to show you the approach and show you how jacked up this approach is. But we're not going to be able to, I'm not landing this airplane to St. Barts. You guys are crazy if you think I could. There's no way I'd even attempt it. All right, we got to watch out. I got some low scud coming up. So St. Barts is going to be TFFJ. TFFJ St. Barts. Let's go here. Let's go. Airplane's doing something I want it to do. All right. Who would want to see? Would you guys want to see that? Would you guys want to see the would you guys want to see the F-14 a couple times or no? I mean, I love it. That airplane to me is just awesome. Matter of fact, when I go to the FS Expo, I'm going to be looking for a nice joystick for a fighter that's not going to kill me, break the bank or something like that, you know. All right, this rock right in the middle of the ocean here, that is St. Barts, and we're going to be heading over there. I'm just going to try to look for the airport. I've got to get a frequency really quick, so bear with me. Things happen pretty quick over here. Let's see, tower frequency is, there isn't a tower, so CTAF is AFIS. I'm thinking That's a good question. 118.45? Son of a gun, I did it again. 118. Look at this scud. All right, I got to get under this really quick. All right, 118.45. Let me lock this up, and then I can do it. 118. Come on, you little punk. 4.5. So let's go down. I'm looking. I'm working. I can't wait to have one. And guys, when I get it, when I get the G1000, I'm going to be able to mount it here, and I'm going to do a review on it. So if you guys are interested in buying one, if you fly a lot of GA, I'm going to do a review on the channel, and I'll show you. All right. So if I remember correctly, there's 3 little pigs that we need to see, and it's a visual approach on a 10, and there is 3 little pigs. These little rocks that are coming out, and no FAF visual. We got tower 118.7. Dang you. 118.7 was the correct frequency before. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just trying to see if you guys are awake, that's all. All right, 118.7. Let's go to those 3 little pigs. You see that rock right there? That's what we're going to need to do. I'm going to get the airplane slowed. We're going to full RPM now until the light comes on. No, I need full power, bro. There you go. Till the light comes on. Come on. All right, pumps are on. We're good to go. Landing lights coming on. We will extend those. All right, let's get this airplane ready to go, okay? Tomcats. Yeah, I love it. You guys want me to do an air show? You want me to do a live demo? That would be fun. All right, you see that little rock over there? Those are 3 little pigs. And that's what we need to get to. I need to start slowing this airplane down a little bit. Let me give him a call. St. Barts traffic, November 106 Zulu, setting up for the approach, runway 10. Flaps 1. Get a lot of trim up in that nose. There we go. Higher. Getting a little on the low side. Higher. All right, flaps 2. I don't want to go that low. We're going to follow these rocks in, basically. Flap 3, give me almost full power. I'm just going to try to pitch it down. This is one of those airports where you just have to have a lot of cojones to fly into here. This thing is no joke. Yeah, who wants the Tomcats? Anybody? And we want to hold about 90 knots here. So I'm going to try to shoot for that 90. Gear is up. I'm going to keep the gear up, so I'm just going to do a low pass. Just want to show you this approach if you've ever seen it. This is a ridiculous approach into the airport. So I know what you're saying. Jason, are you crazy? Yes, I am. Because the runway sits right there. And we're going to hold 10 here. You see it? And right now you're like, oh, that's not bad at all. And then you go, what in the blue blazes? So we're going to bail out. We're going to go ahead and bail out to the, obviously we're going to make a hard left. And I'll show you, the gear is up, so we're not going to attempt a landing. I'm just going to show you the approach. Yeah, and here comes the turbulence. Look at all these boats. There's a marina there. All right, so this is what I mean. You got to have, we got to take it. Dang it. Let's get a view of this. I'm going to record. Please record this. Yes, I want to record this for fun. All right, now. Yes, it is a short runway. You're like, oh, this ain't bad. Well, look what you got to do, folks. You got to get in here And now you got to pitch this thing down like this, and you go all the way down like this. I'm not doing that. We're out of here. All right, but that's what you got to do to land here, and it's crazy.
remaining.
All right, guys, here we go. We're going to bail out. I got a cruise ship over there. Looking good. Oh, I just lost manifold pressure. That wasn't good. I don't like that. One up. All right, now we're on the Atlantic side. We're not protected anymore. The wind is just going to hit us. But the winds are 050 right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just 2 notches of flaps. Get a little more airspeed. We're going to come and swing around. We're going to come on this bay, and we're going to land into the wind, okay? We'll take those swells. They're about 4 footers here. So I'm going to keep a nice approach. Whoa, sorry. That was weird. We'll keep a nice approach in here, but you can see this airport is not for the faint of heart. That is for sure. Let's go ahead and set up for the landing. Just do my engine cals are open, oil cools open, max RPM, throttles are set, flaps are going to be good, landing gears up, engine instruments are good, rudder boost pumps on, airspeed will maintain about 90 knots. We're going to set our elevator trim way high, and we're doing a new technique. The developer, his name is Mike, he said, hey, the nose drop down and because you chop your power, keep your power in. So what I'm going to do is set up, we're going to go nice and across this beach like this. And I don't want to climb anymore. And then what we'll do, we'll kind of swing it over. We're going to kind of go all the way around here, this little bay. We're going to go right over the top of this cruise ship, and then we'll land, okay? And how's our fuel status? Yeah, I don't want to keep burning fuel, guys, because we need Jet A. I mean, we need low lead, and I don't know how we get it to this airplane unless we have to fly to St. Martin and fuel up. We might have to do that. I don't think we'd have enough gas to get to where we need to go. All right, here we go. Ready, another notch of flaps right now. Let's roll in. One more notch of flaps. Go full. This is a crosswind, but basically lining up base. Now we're going to go straight. Final will be this way. So I'm just going to hold it like this, nice and easy. Doing about 100 knots. You guys are getting a beautiful view of St. Barts. St. Barts traffic, November 106 Zulu, going to be landing over the water here for a water landing. Okay, so here's the airport. We're going to fly over the top of the airport. We'd be watching right now for traffic. We're going to beach it right up here. We're going to try to anyway. Unless you guys see a marina somewhere. That I don't.
Caution, taxiway. Caution, taxiway.
All right, once we clear this boat, give them a nice view here. Okay, we keep that power in. A lot of nose up trim. A lot of nose up trim here. Right there on the speed, looking good. We're just going to keep it going like this. I'm going to trim that nose up. About 40 feet. We're in a ground effect. 76, I don't like that. I'm just going to keep pushing that speed up. About 40 feet. She does not want to settle. She just doesn't want to settle. Come on now. I mean, really, dude. Ooh. Just doesn't want to settle down. Settle. I mean, we're 80 feet. We're pretty light too. I mean, lighter than normal. Get that bow up there. There we go. Ah, nice. Idle. Full back on the stick. There we go. Full back on the stick. All right, looking good. We're just going to keep the airplane level. Flaps coming up. Get that weight. I am holding full aft. There we are. Nice. All right, you can see these swells. Good job. All right, let's go ahead and give it a turn to starboard. How's that? We got to go downwind. You'd be getting soaked if you did that, but that's all right. I'm doing it. All right, one thing I'm going to do is turn my landing lights off and retract them. Welcome to St. Barts. You kind of saw what the approach was. We probably have a long taxi to get back. We're turning crosswind. This is pretty hard because you're taking them on the port now. Once we get downwind, we're going to do a step taxi, okay? There's our cruise ship right there. All right, so we're going to go back. She'll ride the step. Woohoo! All right, we're on the step right now. See how that bow's riding high? Ooh. Want to keep it on the step. I'm using... It's basically hydroplaning, so... Hitting some waves. We're taking some waves on that side. We're going to use the thrust to steer us. You know what? FS2024 does a pretty good job of water dynamics. It's hard, guys, because we're taking some water, and I'm keeping the ailerons, keeping the floats off the water here. I would love to show you what I'm doing, but I'm afraid if I go out, we're gonna just biff it, and I don't want to do that. Ooh, man, those are big swells on the port. Let's see. I mean, you can see it's heavy seas. You know, swells are pretty nasty. About 20 to 40 knots, you really start hydroplaning. We're really not on that step yet. Oh gosh. I'm trying to get there. So what I'm doing is full aft stick. Whew. Boom. Yeah. Whoa, man. That was a big swell right there. You don't want to push it. All right, let's not go on the cruise ship, guys. Let's get away from that cruise ship. That was fun. Recommend not to do that in heavy seas. Ooh! Man, it just wants to weather vane hard. Now I'm slowing down just a touch. That's fun. We went boom, boom. I'm trying to thread the needle between these two boats. So that's why you don't want to go fast around here. You're nice and slow. I'm just trying to figure out the thrust combination to get us there. T-Fox, he says, beautiful. Yeah, lots of fun, man. Lots of fun. Now, the airlines are ineffective at this point, at this speed. So what I'm going to try to do is just kind of squeeze it till they're closer. Trying to get the right combo to get the airplane turning in the right direction. There we go. A little bit aft, a little bit more like that. Just touch. I mean, you can see the throttles, how we're manipulating the throttles just to get it. This is the Atlantic side, so the protected side's on the other side. This is where the waves are nasty. I mean, it called for about 4 footers. This airplane could take it. You see, it just did not want to settle, right? It was just like, nope. All right, and I got a thread between this boat and that boat. Let's go this way a little bit. Yeah, right there. I like it. Does anybody see an airport? What I think I'm going to do is just use my number 2 to steer. Number 1 set at a constant throttle. You can see that's probably where I want it. And I'll just push a little 2 up a little bit. There's a boat. Nice. That seems to be working good. So you set number 1, and I'm just using number 2 for my course. So I'll just back off number 2 a little bit. We're digging in the floats. There's nothing you can do at this speed. This is a lot of fun. Crap, this is a lot of fun, you guys. This airplane's fun. This is probably coolest, one of the coolest airplanes we have in our hangar. It's just really sweet. There is the airport up here. I'm sure of it. If that's the boat. Okay, we're getting into some... We're going to try to beach it. I'm just going to start turning the... There we go, right there. Does anybody see a marina? It'd be really cool to anchor it off of there. It'd be probably really difficult to beach here, but I mean, if we didn't have these stinking fence line, do you see the fence line? They don't want you on the beach here just because of the errant airplanes that you get. Because there's a lot of them that come off the runway here. Hey, can we get some fuel? Right? Can you imagine? Oh, baby. Look at these waves. Woo! I don't know. You guys, you think there's room here? Or is there a marina we could possibly beach this thing at? There's the runway. It's straight ahead. Oh, baby. I don't want to play this game. What do you guys think? Is there room to beach this thing? Oh, maybe right there. Maybe. Alright. We're getting too close. We might just rack this hull on the ground here. I don't want to do that, so... Look at these waves, man. What do you guys want to do in chat?
1, 0.
You want to try to beach it?
Remaining.
We're just taking a lot of waves here, big swells. I'm trying to look for a little like marina. You know what? I'm going to hold off right now. Let's get outside here. Let's just see something. There's a spot right here, you guys. We could probably pull right up in here. You guys want to try that? It's pretty dang... I mean, the surf is up pretty good today. Trying to look over here, see if there's any marina. Looks like there's nothing parked over there. Alright, let's go ahead and go through this breaker and let's try it. Let's try to beach it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pull a lot of thrust in. On my number 2, we're taking these waves right on the bow now, that's fine. Kind of want to get over these breakers and then we'll go ahead and get it going over there. But we got to get this airplane turned around. And so we're not getting hit on the starboard now. Alright, like that. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There we go. Alright, looking good. We're going to be nice. Okay, nice and slow. Now, I'm going to put the gear down. Now we're going with the wells, with the waves now, okay? So you can see this is a lot of fun, isn't it? All right, here we go. Yep, here comes the gear. This is the cool thing about the Albatross. Watch that gear come down. There's a splash into the water. Yeah, you can still see it's kind of like, what are you doing? Nice, look at this. Can you imagine the sand? Oh. How's that right there? Boom. That's cool. Yeah, it worked. We're here, man. We did it. We're still in the waves. You could see that. All right, hold on. Can we do a little turn? Twisty turn? How much are we in the water here? We're not. I think it's perfect. I'll just get the wheels straightened out. Like, look at the sand getting kicked up. Try to do a little bit of... There we go. Oh, maybe not. We'll just keep it there. It's getting stuck in that soft sand. That's fun. All right, airplane, hold on now. Chris claps. Yes, you guys want to go back to St. Martin? You guys want to do it really quick? We head back to St. Martin. It's a quick flight, and then we'll just beach it. I mean, won't beach it. We'll actually land it. And, yeah. And then we're going to get some... let's do that. And let's get some gas. This way we can get gas. I like that for next week or whenever we're going to fly it again here. All right, let's get this airplane off. Let's see if we can't get it turned around. Get her in the ocean. Take these swells. You ready? Got to keep that airplane rolling. All right, she likes the water, so now you keep the gear up. Keep the gear down until we get floating. And the whole hull is in. We're still not there yet. This is cool. Whew, man. When I feel like we've got enough water, then we'll retract the gear and we'll start floating again. You can see, all right, we're good now. Here we go, gear up. Now we're a vessel. Let's get through these breakers. Okay, I'm going to shut my window, getting all sorts of spray. You know what I'd be doing, right? I'd be screaming. Flaps coming down 15. This spray is not good for your engine at all. Trying to get out some decent water here. Look at all this spray, you guys. Oh, man. I'm in ground effect. I'm just going to keep it there. Just like that. There, we're good. That was fun. Cool time. Let's go to St. Martin, which is that next rock. Yeah, prop wash. No joke. You know what that does to your prop, man? Oh, it's never good. Never good. Cool stuff. You guys enjoy that? Hope you did. Well, now we got to see St. Barts. We'll just head over to St. Martin right now. We're going to actually land the aircraft on a ground landing today, okay? Because we're going to need gas. We'll have to fuel up because our next airport is, I believe it's Dominica. And then we're going to go to we're going to go to St. Lucia. And after that run, we're going to start heading home. We'll go to Jamaica, we'll hit Grand Cayman, and I think we'll be done. St. Martin's right here. All right, let's go and level this thing off. That's fun. You're going to need a freshwater rinse. Yep, we're going to need the airplane to be rinsed off, by the way. Do I have the AC going? It feels really hot in here. Yeah, it feels hot in my office. With both of these computers running, it feels really hot. Anybody in town, traffic-wise? Did you guys enjoy that little escapade? There's another little airport it's another cool airport. It's called the Valley Clayton Lloyd. Let's try that. It's just to the north. Actually, it's not. It's St. Martin Grand Case, which is to the north of St. Martin, which I think would be a better, probably cheaper fuel. What's the fuel cost? You guys know? Let's do some research right now while we're flying. I need Grand Case 100 low lead. Let's see. Grand Case 100 low lead. I want to see how much it's going to cost here. All right, right now, Grand Case is saying what the heck was it? TFF something. TFFG. It's a really cool airport, by the way. TFFG. TFFG. Am I climbing? We sure are. TFFG. Nope. Yep, there we go. All right, we've got 591 at Grand Case, and at ExecuJet in St. Martin, it's 536. So it's actually cheaper in St. Martin than it is in Grand Case. So guess where we're going? We're going to go to the cheap side. But what's the landing fee cost? That's another thing I need to know. We have where do you guys want to go? Grant, when you want to go Florida Head 3-1. Nice. Good. Where do you guys want to put it? We can go to Grand Case, or we could go, which is just to the north of St. Martin. Cool little airport. Or we could go to St. Martin. Either way, it's going to be landside. I'm sure Grand Case will be cheaper to land, and I'm sure they'd land the landing fee if we're going to fill this bad boy up. Because that's probably what we'll do. We'll get the tanks up to about 1,000 gallons again, and then we'll go all the way down to Dominica, which is not very far away, and St. Lucia. Then we'll go ahead and come right back up. We need a refuel. You got 865? Oh my gosh. What about St. Martin, Chris? TNCM. 865, that is a ton of cash. I went to AirNav, and AirNav said 5 something, but that might be old. That might not be accurate. So St. Martin's coming over here. We're gonna go over the airport and we'll swing it around. This way we're not in anybody's way. We'll wait for the fuel quote before we make any rash decisions. I tell you what, this airplane just handles like a dream. It's really nice. Really, really nice. We got a little bit of crap. We're going to fly over the airport. This is the airport right here. This is St. Martin. Grand Case is just to the north of this little island. See the marina there? There's no traffic, so I'm not worried about it. Plus, they're not going to be over the airport like we are. So we wouldn't have any issues with traffic or anything like that. But take a look outside your window here. Look at that. Look at that marina. That's pretty cool. $8. Woo! What'd you get for... Yeah, he's looking. I think he's looking it up. So I want to show you Grand Case. It's pretty cool. How much fuel we got? About 100 gallons. Yeah. 1426. Whoa. And that's for low lead? Oh my gosh. Guess where we're going? Holy smokes, man. 1426. Oh. Ouch, this fuel stop is going to hurt. Boy, that's expensive. Guess what? We're not going to get 1,000 gallons. I wonder what it is at Dominica right now. Speaking of, shoot. This is a really cool airport, you guys. If you've never landed Grand Case, it's really fun. I just really need to make sure I do my due diligence because it's been a while. TFFG. Let's see here. TFFG. That's expensive. Woo! I'm a little shocked on how expensive that is. Oh, this is a 3,900 foot runway? Gosh, can we make it? Oh, man. 3,900 feet. I think we could. There's the runway here. This is what Grand Case is. $8 versus 14. Now we're gonna have to make. We're gonna have to. Shoot. This is Grand Case.
1, 2.
Yeah. I think we got the runway. Can we take off? That's the key. Stall it. Yeah. No, we're going to be able to land. It's departing I'm going to have probably an issue with. Well, it just depends. $8. Hey, Chris, can you do me a favor? Can you research Dominica really quick? Because what we might end up doing is going just fueling a little bit here, and then taking off, going down to Dominica with it, fueling up there. Just depends on who's going to give us the best fuel. All right, let's go ahead and turn it. Let's go land. Let's make, I like to make left traffic. Yeah, let's make left traffic. Wow. All right, guys, we're coming in here. So what we'll end up doing, I think that's the right thing to do, is we'll get a little bit of gas here. I mean, we could even, I don't know, whatever. Dominica would be next, right? Because it's Dominica, then St. Lucia, I think. Whatever is closer. Is it St. Lucia or Dominica? I can't remember. I don't remember. Man, that's going to be expensive. That's going to be one heck of a fuel stop. Shoot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll yell back to you. Button down the hatches. No, this airplane's got an approach speed of 90 knots. It does really well, and it's got reversers, so we're going to be all right. Taking off, we might have to, like I said, we might have to just fuel a little bit, at least enough just to get us to Dominica or St. Lucia, whatever's closer, and then fuel up there if it's going to be cheaper. Airport ID in St. Lucia. Guys want to help him out? Let's see, Chris, we're looking at, it's Dominica. VC Bird is, I thought that was St. No, that's not. That's, hold on, let me, so I'll get you the, I got it right here. It is, so it's Tango Delta Papa Delta. Tango Delta Papa Delta. Flaps 1. Landing lights coming on. Make sure these are open. Do not descend. All right, guys, here we go. Boost pumps on. Check, that's good. Let's kind of line this puppy up. I got one traffic down in St. Martin, no factor. Getting some turbulence here. That's a boat moving. Flap 2. All right, gear coming down. We are now an airplane. Flap 3, flaps full, 90 knots. We will use reversers. Slightly on the low side, looking at 90. Trim it. Okay, landing gear is down with 3 green. Looking good on speed. We'll hold about 90 knots right there.
Approaching 1, 2.
Lights are on, flaps are down. Good to go. No fuel prices, okay. I'm going to do a slight duck under, just a touch. We are getting pushed off this dang runway. Look at this boat ramp. Yeah, we're taking all sorts of heat. Plenty of runway, you guys. Come on. Nice little side load. Reversers. Woo. Well, we made it. Welcome to Grand Case Airport. Let's see if we can turn this puppy around. Windows coming open. There's no turnaround, is there? Of course not. Thanks for looking, Chris. We'll have to see if we can't get a
100 feet remaining.
crown loop it.
On runway 30.
Nice little crosswind coming in, huh? So this is Grand Case, cheaper fuel. We'll have to see see if we can't get a price on Dominica fuel, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do. I mean, I wonder if this, even if like, I noticed that this ramp connects to the water. We could just ramp it down, hit the water, and then taxi over into the beach to take off if we had to. If it's connected, I don't know if it is. All right, slow down, airplane. Holy smokes, hang on. We're going on the dirt. This is not a little Cessna. Just thinking default buildings. Pretty though, isn't it? I think we did a much better job on the landing on this one than the last time. That landing on the last one was atrocious. It was not good. But I think we kept that power in and just kind of let the airplane settle, but it just doesn't want to, right? Just kind of stayed in that ground effect for a bit. All right, Joe, we're going to need a wash. All right, let's shut it down. We have got, that is good. That's off. Let's throw the pumps off. Fuel pumps are off. You know what I didn't have on? A stupid idiot. I didn't have my generators on. Oops, burn that battery. That whole flight, no generators. I got distracted. Once I got the engines on, I was like, shoot. All right, now we can shut them off. I have no battery left. Okay, we'll shut them off there, there. Coming across up here. Cut off. All right, number 1 is off. Number 2 coming off. So you might want to fill her up. I don't know. We'll have to see. $8 a gallon. Good night. That's expensive crap. I don't care who you are. That's a lot of money. For this airplane can take a lot of gas. All right, we'll throw that off. We'll throw that off. Those are good. That's off. All right, let's go ahead and shut the battery off now. And actually, I want to get these closed. Battery's still on, so I'm just going to get these closed. All right, that's good. That's good. Battery is off. That is it. Let's go ahead and do my checklist. Let's make sure we've got everything we need. Done. After landing, we did that. Park shutdown. Left fuel pump switches are off. Tank switches are off. Avionics master off. Rudder boost off. Throttles idle. Mixture cut off. Magnetos are off. And battery switch is closed. Well, that was a fun little flight, wasn't it? It's a little sightseeing trip, and is what it was, right? Maybe they have JATO rockets on here. We can do. It's weird. Let me go ahead and shut this off. I'll save that. It's saved. Good. Let's put my chocks on. And then I'll have to do some work on, takeoff distance. I'm going to have to do that. That's coming open. We're going to go ahead and click chocks on. Good. All right, you guys. I want to see if I can reset this. There we go. That's it. Welcome to Grand Case as the Northern Antilles. It's a whole different, I believe it's a different country, isn't it? Different territory. It's called St. Martin, but it's not the St. Martin we're thinking of, where we just came from. I don't know. Good stuff. That's right. Hey, Ken, what's up? The only Jet A available at TDPD. Oh, crap. So you might want to fill her up. Shoot. All right. Really? All right, let's take a look really quick. You guys want to hang out for 1 minute? Let's take a look at our next, where we want to go here. We don't have enough fuel, really, to get us anywhere. So we're going to have to make a fuel stop, obviously, here. We definitely have to fill up some fuel to get some gas in the tanks on this run. I'm going to show you on the iPad here. I'm going to show you the charts. Let's see. I have Dominica and St. Lucia to do. I'm going to go ahead and throw this. We'll disconnect that. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this up really quick. And then I'm going to take off. I'm going to do a bike ride here. Right there. Let's get this going so you guys can see what I'm going to do. There it is, that one. Once I get these pulled up, I'm going to go ahead and unload this. All right. So let me tell you the plan. Anyway, We'll hide that. I know you can't see anything. I'll just have to zoom in pretty good so you can kind of see it. All right, so that's where we are now. So we have Antigua. I don't know if they have any, but there's This is it's Guadalupe, and then Dominica. Dominica is a fun airport to fly into. There's a lot of terrain here. You need special training to fly in here. Matter of fact, Coastal flies in here with our 600s, and we have special. It's a special airport to fly into. This is Martinique. There's fuel at Martinique. I know that. This is a pretty busy airport. And then did you say St. Vincent or St. Lucia? I think you said St. Lucia, right? There's another airport, and it's really a cool one. That's not it. My dog wants to get out. I gotta find where that is. There. Nope, it's not there either. I'll find the airport. I think it's in St. Lucia, and it's tucked in. There it is. That's the one we're gonna go to. Let's take the FAA charts off, and then I'll show you. That's the airport we fly into. So we're gonna come over here. This is George F. Charles. Really a fun airport. That's gonna be our last stop. So we'll fly there. We're up there, and we're gonna go down to Dominica next, which is right there. Probably gonna have to fuel up here, you know. And there's another little cool airport, if you guys are up for it, right there. But we can't land there, so I don't know. I think it's a really short strip. So Dominica, and then we'll do St. Lucia up here, and that'll be super fun. You guys good with that? That'll be our plan. We're probably gonna have to get fuel here, and then we'll go. Big radios, Goose is rumbly, grumbly, fun to fly. I'm telling you, it would be nice. I like it. I like the sound of the big radials. So anyway, all right, folks, that's it. Thanks for watching. That's going to be our plan. So we got to go from here, then here, and then we're going to go all the way up. I don't know if we're going to make it. I mean, we could go all the way up to Jamaica in one shot. That'd be a long haul. Look at that. You're talking probably pushing the range of it. We'll see. I'll see how long it is. Because from here to here, about 600 nautical miles. So you're looking at 600 to there, plus another about 1,200 nautical miles. That this thing could go about 1,400 for the range. So we might have to make a technical stop up in Puerto Rico and then come across again. We'll see. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next one. Probably be, not this week, obviously, but next week. We'll see you Friday. Until next time, keep the blue side up and the brown side down. You guys have a great evening. Thanks for watching again. Appreciate you.
Board the plane, it's summertime. Sun is shining, it's bright. Breeze, the sky is cool and calm. Take a trip, it's not long.